Hey, good afternoon, and welcome to the Driving To podcast, the podcast where we talk about things that we are driving to while we are driving somewhere. I'm your host, Matt Munnell, and welcome. You know, yesterday, if you listened, you knew that I was stuck in a 20-minute traffic delay on I-95 as I was approaching the Savannah River bridge going from Georgia to South Carolina. And I thought, oh, there must have been a crash up ahead. But then as I got up to the top of the bridge, I saw fire and rescue, I saw police cars, I saw people in boats down on the river, I saw men with binoculars. And I said, oh man, did somebody jump off the river? Jump off the bridge into the river? And that's exactly what happened. Somebody did do that, and their body was recovered later that afternoon. And it got me thinking about suicide and what drives a person to suicide. How do you get in such a dark place that you feel like the best solution is to end your life? And you know, you talk to people over time and people say, well, suicide is such a selfish act. And I've even said that many years ago. I don't feel that way now. I feel like it's definitely an act of desperation. It's an act where the person that is committing suicide probably thinks they're committing an unselfish act, that they're clearing the way for other people to enjoy their lives as they feel like they might be a burden, or they're bringing people down, or they're a disappointment, or whatever the reasons are. I don't think it's a selfish act from their mindset, from their viewpoint. So us on the other side of the viewpoint need to just be as compassionate as we can, as patient as we can, and try to wrap our arms around the person and get them where they need to be for help. We're not experts, maybe. I'm certainly not an expert, but I can try to help somebody get to an expert to talk about things. I can maybe recognize some of the signs or some of the personality change in a person and then say, hey, what's going on? Reach out, offer assistance in whatever way you can so that we can halt this suicide rate that seems to be climbing. I just read an article on CNN today. It was so interesting that was there, and it talks about the suicide rate raising in young girls. And they attribute it, believe it or not, to social media. Well, it's not believe it or not. I can see that. But we need to reach out. We need to show compassion. We need to show patience. Even when somebody's lashing out, it's a personality change. Let's find out why that happened and do what we can for each other. So what we're driving to today is driving to compassion, taking care of each other. And wherever you're driving to today, please be safe. And we'll talk to you next time.